Welcome back. It's possible to travel on a budget, and it's even more possible to have an epic vacation without spending an arm and a leg, to see the sights and have an adventure. Joining us now to tell us how to get started is national travel expert and host Davey Sutton. Davey, welcome to Great Day.
I'm happy to be here.
Happy to have you.
Thank you. Well, typically flights are the most expensive part of your travel. So today we're going to talk about how you can save big bucks on your flights. If you save big bucks on your flights, then you'll have more for your travel, vacation, adventures, right?
Oh, I love that. Yeah. And that's where you want to start, right? So you start with booking the flight?
Yeah, so a lot of times when people get their fare alert, they get the fare alerts and then they wait and they ask their family members, they try to check their schedules. My advice is to book now and then ask questions later. You have 24 hours to cancel or change your flight. That's according to the Department of Transportation's regulations. So when you're booking your flight, book now, then ask your family and do the rest of the accommodations later, and check the contract of carriage when you're booking. That will confirm that you have 24 hours to cancel if you need to cancel.
I see. Okay. And then is it best to wait till a certain time of the day or a certain day of the week when you're booking flights?
So it really is all about supply and demand. So that's why you want to get those, set your fare alerts, get those notifications. And when you get those notifications, then you pounce on that flight. Don't wait. Usually people wait, and then by the time they go back and book and rethink and ask everybody in the entire family, the fare is gone. So that's why I insist book now, think later.
Okay, but I mean, there's no special day or time.
No, it's nowadays, because it's all on a grid, and so the variety of like when things are on sale. Sometimes there are glitch fares. You gotta, it varies. It used to be people thought the day of the week was Tuesday. Tuesday is probably a better day to travel, but not necessarily to book your flight.
Gotcha, okay. So let's pretend the flight is successfully booked and your family's on board, so you don't have to cancel. So then next it's figuring out a hotel, right?
Right, and so a lot of times people want to go in those all-inclusive packages, but when you do it that way, you don't give yourself much wiggle room to get a better deal. So remember, we're trying to get the best deal on your flight. And so the way that hotels work, it's not necessarily supply and demand. Hotels work off of beds and heads. They're trying to get maximum occupancy every night, and most nights they don't. So you have a longer time to kind of figure out what accommodations you want, what will fit your lifestyle, and how much money you can save. And you can even book your hotels almost up into the day you leave.
Sure. And I personally, I don't like cramming it all in at one hotel, because I want to go out and maybe try dinner over here, or maybe try the drinks over there, right? So that way you're not limited to just what the hotel's offering.
Exactly.
Okay. And then tell us, is it best to travel during off-season and shoulder seasons to save some cash?
Yeah, so first I want to explain, a lot of people don't realize what shoulder season is. Shoulder season is the period between off and peak season, and I say it's the sweet spot for the traveler.
I see.
Because the crowds are less in your face, the accommodations are less crowded, there are less people, there are travel deals on your excursions, and everything is at a discount. Even the weather can be a little more favorable.
I was going to say, the weather's big though, right?
The weather is a little, it's not bad, that's why it's not the off season, it's just a little, and it can be a little more favorable. My favorite example is in Europe. Peak season in Europe is the summer, but it's scorching hot in the summer. They're going through a heat wave right now,
right.
Actually. And so, but if you go in the shoulder season like fall or spring, it's nice in Europe in those times. Just grab your coat and you can save up to 50% sometimes if you travel in the off and the shoulder season.
Wonderful. Plus, it's also fun when you're traveling in the off season. I'm more familiar with than the shoulder season, but thanks for explaining that for us. You know, you can really have these sort of local adventures. Like, where do the locals go, right?
Exactly, because the crowds are smaller, so then you'll meet more locals. They come out of hiding, right?
Right. Yeah.
and they go and do the things that you like. And also, if you're looking for a local connection, I always say go ask the door person at your hotel, not necessarily concierge. The concierge is going to do who they're partnered with and give you recommendations that way. But you can ask like the bellhop or somebody that works at the hotel where their favorite place is to get a coffee, and then go sit in the local coffee shop and just people watch. That's one of my favorite things to do as well.
Yeah, that's a good tip. Yeah, and I always tell people, I mean, don't be afraid to talk to people you don't know, right? I mean, they might take you on an adventure or show you something cool that you never thought you could do or see. So take advantage of that.
Talk to the locals, especially in tourist towns. They're used to, I mean, it's all about being friendly too, right? Not being kind of like arrogant and demanding particular ways. But if you have that smile on your face, if you're welcoming, people love to welcome people in their homes per se.
Right.
And so
sometimes literally, in my experience,
too. Sometimes, and those are the best adventures, right?
All right, so how can we keep track of all these tips?
One of my favorite tools to use these days is the Hopper app. And the reason is that you can search, track, and book all right from the app. And that's going to end up saving you time and money. Let me break it down a little bit. When you go to the Hopper app, you look for the destination, and what will populate is a page of the cheapest days to fly. So if you have a little bit of flexibility, that's how you can save hundreds of dollars on your flight. Instead of, you might have intended to fly out on a Friday, but if you can move it to Thursday or Wednesday, you can save a couple hundred of bucks. The next thing is that you can track your fare, and it will send you notifications through the app directly to your phone. So you don't have to keep going back and searching to see if the price has decreased. And finally, this is probably my favorite thing, is you can book everything directly from the Hopper app. So it doesn't redirect you to that airline's website. You just book it right there, and that's how you save time and money.
Wonderful. Thank you so much. All right, well, to learn more, you can head to hopper.com. The app is free for Apple and Android users. And coming up on Great Day After the Break, now that we have our vacation set, how can we make it memorable? Stick with us.